Welcome to this short lesson on Oh When the Saints. This piece is a spiritual and was originally written over 100 years ago. It was recorded in the 1930s by jazz trumpet player and singer Louis Armstrong, an amazing player who, if you haven't heard before, you should definitely look up later. The piece only uses 5 notes, C to G. Within the first 2 bars, we go from the lowest note C up to the highest note in the piece, G. You may have already noticed that the first bar only has 3 beats, but there are 4 beats in a bar. We call this a pickup, and we are going to start playing on beat number 2 when we get counted in. We're also going to count a whole bar in before we play, so we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and then we begin the piece. Instead of saying this out loud, we would do this in our heads and breathe on the last beat, beat number 1, before we play. This will sound a bit like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Once you can play the first 4 notes, you will notice that this gets repeated 3 more times in the opening line. Line 1 finishes with some long notes. We have 4 minims, 2 beat notes, and a final 4 beat D. On line number 2, we again start with a pickup. Rest and breathe on beat number 1 before playing the E on beat number 2. This note here is a dotted minim, which is 3 beats long. A quick reminder, the dot is half the value of the note it is next to. As this dot is next to a 2-beat minim, it has the value of a 1-beat crotchet. 2 plus 1 equals 3. The piece finishes off with more minims, similar to the previous line, but then moves to crotchets for the final 2 bars for a fancy ending. We play notes C, E, G, which make up the C major arpeggio. The final thing to talk about in this piece is the slurs between some of the notes. There are quite a few scattered throughout this piece. A slur is where we don't reuse our tongue after the first note, making the notes sound more smooth and joined up, like this. Pause the video here and have a practice. Once you think you've got it, play along with me. Don't forget about the count-in at the beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4.